Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. I'm feeling great. How about you? It's your boy here, Cliff Jablonski, getting you ready for your favorite dusty dame and furry fiend. Welcome to the Hairy Scary Countdown. Ha ha! 15 minutes of fun and frolic before the Hangout gets going. First up, a Tom and Jerry cartoon. No, not the cat and mouse duo that you know and love so much and we can't afford, but something that we dug up deep in the dumps of the public domain. Enjoy!
My little Margie, I'm always thinking of you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget your promise to me. I have bought a home and ring and everything for Margie. You've been my inspiration, days are never blue. After all is said and done, there is really only one. Oh, Margie, Margie, it's you.
donate in the house?
Yes, sir.
I'm Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm Grimgordy, the Monkey.
And together we host
the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Yes, our live streaming horror hosted show has it all.
Skits, bits, and a scary flick.
That's right, so for more information on our show, go check out
themummyandthemonkey.com.
And we'll see you
at the Hangout.
Woohoo! Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be. Hope you had time to hot trot to the bathroom or grab some snackaroonies. You know, I save a little time by taking my snacks to the bathroom with me. What? Are you telling me that I'm the only one that has a TV tray next to the toilet? What? Oh. Well, now here's something we hope you really like.
And the trauma table here is amazing. And do you want to introduce yourselves to
Yeah, sure. So I'm Jay Burleson. I'm a filmmaker from Alabama, and I directed The Nobodies, which is available now on DVD.
And I'm Bart Hyatt. I co-star in The Nobodies, and I just kind of like to act whenever I can. It's not really a professional thing, but a big hobby of mine.
Awesome. So you're a filmmaker. What inspired you to make this film, and is this your first one?
This isn't the first movie that I made. I actually made a cheesy vampire movie before this called Feast of the Vampires, which I'm actually reworking. I was like 19 when I made it. We actually shot it twice. When I was 21, we took another stab at it. Like, that was like the first movie I attempted to make for like a couple of grand, and it was really cheesy, and we transferred it to VHS when we were done. And I felt like my reputation in rural Alabama was as a bad B movie maker. So it actually inspired me to make this movie, which is about a bad B movie that is really terrible, bad acting, bad plot, and it's shot in the 90s, premieres in small Alabama town, and so it's a faux documentary about this bad B movie from the 90s, and the director ultimately ends up committing suicide. So it's this crazy blend of two different movies, really. It's genre bending for sure.
That's really cool. So it's like part B movie and part, kind of
Documentary, yeah.
part documentary, part serious.
It flows a lot better when you just watch it. Me explaining it, it makes like zero sense because it is like a really weird setup.
So it's one of those that you just have to see. And you were acting in this film, right?
Yes, I co-starred in it. I played Detective Jake Horse, and it was one of those things, like, I knew that we were trying to make an intentionally bad movie. So there were times, I'd film a line, and I'm like, let me do that. I can do that a little bit worse. Instead of saying serial killer, it'd be like, you serial murderer, just being really over the top and ridiculous with it. Because in my mind, we were making a trauma film. It was like, this is going to be one of those bad trauma movies. Didn't know it at the time, and then here we are.
You willed it into existence.
Yes, it was a dream come true to be in trauma.
Yeah, so I wanted to add, though, that the idea of just making a B movie again didn't excite me, and that's where the idea for the documentary came from. And it was really just how I felt about failure as a filmmaker and, taking that to the extreme, and that's where the filmmaker's story comes into play. But, so being a B movie maker inspired me to make something that had a little bit more, like a different layer to it than just making a crazy movie with my friends. I wanted to have a little bit more depth to the story.
That is cool, something really creative. And if you have any new films or new projects in the works or something that you would like to shoot in the near future?
Yeah, so I have 2 features in post. One of them is a kind of ghost horror movie, haunted house movie called Unfinished Business, and then I have a drama that I play the lead in called The Lonely, and they're both in post-production right now. So hopefully in the next year they'll be playing festivals or coming out somewhere.
It's really cool. And is Bart in your other movies too?
He's not in these. Yeah, you're kind of an extra in The Lonely, though.
Okay, yeah. I forgot I actually did do that kind of background scene for The Lonely.
Cool. All right, so where can the fans and fiends find you out there?
All right, I'm on Instagram, Jay Burleson, Twitter as well, and I'm on Facebook.
Where can the friends and fiends find you and fans out there find you?
As per usual, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. On Facebook, I'm just Bart Hyatt, and on the other 2, I'm Trauma Bart.
Thanks, Trauma Bart.
What you are about to see is bizarre, unsettling, and riveting.
Sparkling soft drinks.
Ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew. Hey! Hey!
Steaming hot coffee.
Roses are red, and how do you do? Drink 4 of these and whoop, 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 whoop.
Steamed or grilled hot dogs.
Oh my God! That is huge!
Crispy hot fresh French fries.
This is the best thing I have ever put in my mouth.
How about a pizza? None better anywhere.
Hey gang, it's been real. They say that all good things come to an end, but things are just getting started around here. That's right, there's no time like showtime, baby. So let's get this party started. Well, whoop-dee-doo. Hey, gang. Welcome. I'm Cliff Jablonski, the behind-the-scenes guy here at the Mummy and the Monkeys. Hairy, scary Hangout, yeah. And I want to know one thing. Are you DTF? That's right. You know what I'm talking about. Are you down to Friday?
There it is. Okay.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Well, you know,
is that better?
Let's start it on over.
Let's try that again, everybody.
And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Hey, what's buzzin', cousins? Welcome back to another Friday night of fun. I'm Grim Gory.
I'm Janet Decay.
And you'll be watching
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Good thing we had that warm-up, you know?
Yeah, episode 207.
Yeah,
wow.
That's right. Well, you know, it's live, so anything could happen, and it usually does. How you going to do? What are you going to say? That's right. We should actually be introducing ourselves as Horror Host Hall of Fame inductee.
Yes.
Yeah. Inductees to the 2003 Horror Host Hall of Fame. The ceremony is going to be in at Indiana Horror Hound.
Indianapolis.
Or Indiana. Yeah.
The Horror Hound Convention in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's in a month or two, right?
Yeah, we'll talk more about our appearances later on in the show. But yeah, we've got a fun movie.
Victory.
It's kind of like a knockoff version of The Devil Bat.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of the Bela Lugosi movie, The Devil Bat, you might like this movie. It's called The Flying Serpent.
Ooh, The Flying Serpent from 1946.
Starring the Wish.com, Bela Lugosi, George Zucco.
Yeah, George was in a ton of movies back then, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. And we've got some shout-outs we want to do. Boy. So Jennifer Delaney is recovering from surgery, and we hope that she gets better real soon.
Yes, and get better, Jennifer.
She'll be doing much better soon.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
she has to get through that procedure, and everything will be great. And just when you're watching our show, just be sure, anyone out there with any kind of stitches, you might split your stitches from laughing too hard at our show, right? Well, let's hope not, but hope so.
We hope that they laugh.
Metaphorical way.
We hope they don't bust stitches.
Right? Yeah. Take it easy. I know we're so funny. Oh, you're laughing all the time out there at us. But anyway. Yeah, I think we have a good show tonight. Again, we've never shown this movie on our program, so
yeah, this is a first. Yeah. A first here in the Mummy and the Monkey world.
And it's actually one I haven't heard of ever up until maybe a few years ago. It was off of my radar. I never saw this growing up. If I did, I don't remember it. So definitely kind of new for me, and hopefully you all enjoy it.
Yeah, here's hoping. Okay. So, we've got a prize giveaway.
Oh.
A very special prize giveaway that Grim put together.
That's right. Now, and we will be going over the appearance that we did, the in-store appearance at North Coast Nostalgia Comic Shop this past Saturday. We got a little montage to show you a little bit later on of what went on there. Mm-hmm. But there, at our appearance at the comic shop, we had some stuff for sale. And I put together a poster, brand new, just especially for this occasion, a fake comic book cover of The Mummy and the Monkey. And then we had two other posters, the Big Chuck and Little John poster I did. And the other poster is just a photo of us, a nice 11 by 17. All these are 11 by 17.
Oh, awesome.
Well, we had these all for sale. They were like 3 for a certain price. But tonight, you will get a chance, one lucky winner will get a chance to win all 3 11 by 17 posters on tonight's prize giveaway.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 posters.
Oh my gosh, you'll get the trifecta tonight if you win tonight's prize giveaway. And for them to win this sumptuous prize, how would they do it, Janet Decay?
To be a part of that prize giveaway, all you have to do is email us, themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com.
Ooh.
And in the subject line, have it say posters.
Posters!
And I will take all your names and put them in my big shiny plastic mummy bucket.
Ouch! Yeah.
The Kardashians have big plastic buckets, and now I do too.
Mm-hmm.
And we will pick one lucky winner at the end of the night from my big plastic bucket.
All right, yeah. What a great! I think it's kind of fun. Not because I drew most, all the posters, but but they're cool.
It is cool.
And they're free for somebody.
Who knew the monkey could draw?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knew he was a good artist?
That opposable thumb can... Now I see the importance of it. It really does come in handy. Get it handy? Give it
I see what you did there.
Anyway, so what's going on in Mummy Monkey Land? Do a little bit of
we've got people saying the posters look cool. And people talking back and forth to each other. Let me check.
I like that.
There's a lot of people in the chat, so this is great. We're going to do some shout-outs in a little bit here.
That's right.
John's commenting on my hair. Yeah, it's got some curls.
A little different.
Just a few curls.
She debuted it at the comic shop this week.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got our mini monster shout out list, and let me get Miss Putrid Petunia over here. We get a lot of people that watch with their mini monsters.
I'll get Stinky over here. A little artwork.
Put that there for a sec. Okay.
Here we go.
So Miss Putrid Petunia, the little zombie ghoul. She's the mini monster mascot, as well as Fartwort.
How's it going?
And let's do the mini monster chat.
All right, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Mini monsters, mini monsters, rah, rah, rah. Mini monsters, here they are. All right, we've got a new one added to the list, Miss Nyla. Hi, Nyla.
How are ya?
And then we've got Layla and Christian and Lucas and Emily and Noelle and Trayvon. Hi, Minnie. And we've got Araya and Xander and Willow. Wow. And Morgan and Julius and Adrian.
Whoa.
Hi there. And then we've got Sienna and Dario and Hannah.
Hi-oh.
Hi, guys. And then we've got Penny and Atticus and Lil Kong.
Hey.
And we've got Violet and Cassandra and Carly and Isabella.
Oh, how darling.
Hi, Minnies. And then Mackenzie and Eva and Adeline and Gabrielle. Hi there. And Taylor and Mac, we can't forget them. And then we've got Charlotte and Mia, a.k.a. Scoob. And Adam and Peanut. And Dimitri and Lucy. And last but not least, Baby Joe.
Baby Joe.
I'll get out of here with that weird talking you're doing. I don't know where you even...
Wow, all right.
Oh, boy. Where did he... I've got to send him
Fartword's kind of creepy.
Send him to Pinocchio school or something.
He's a creepy little dude. Okay.
All right, but he's his own person, his own whatever he is.
All right, let me get the macabre mirror warmed up here. All right, Magic Macabre Mirror. Woo. Magic Macabre Mirror. Woo. Tell me, who be here? Watson family, David Hansen, Neil, James Muscarella, the SeaTac, Randy, Michael, Keith, Karen, Lois, Amanda, William, Kirk,
I see.
Deneen, Bob, John Biggins, Sean Moore, Toy Painter 1, Patrick Lord, Sacred Watermelon, Mofei Chen, Joe Trippy, Graham, Pappy, Bone Janglers here, Drogger's here, John Johnson, thank you for the super chat.
Hi-yo.
Stellar Tony Veller, KV, Ron Brunty, Paul Buser, Victor's here, Sears is here. Oh my gosh, we've got Rowan's here, Ghoul. Joe German, Dashcam.
Wow.
Todd Andrews.
Who isn't here? That's
wow, this is awesome. Well, share this with your friends. They can watch too.
Wake your mom up. Tell her to start watching.
Social media. You could use hashtag #TheMummyAndThemonkey.
Go to your neighbor's house, knock on their door if you never met them, introduce yourself, and say, hey.
Yes.
Watch The Mummy and the Monkey right now.
Yes.
Or else.
Tell everyone about The Mummy and the Monkey.
All right. Or else I won't pick my dog crap up from my front yard.
Uh-oh.
Just warning you.
All right, well, let's get into...
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah, let's get into Part 1.
Well, I can't wait.
Paul Buser. Awesome, Paul. Thank you for the super chat. And he's got a little cartoony face there.
I like that.
Thank you, guys.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. Introduce the first fart.
Well, let's start Part 1 of the Flying Serpents.
Right here on The Mummy and the Monkeys.
Hairy Scary Hangout.
Movie 1. Here we go.
Woohoo!
Blah, 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 blah. Yours truly, some bozo.
Jesus, move!
What the hell is that?
More than 300 years, Quetzalcoatl. You've guarded the treasure of Montezuma. Now you protect it for Professor Andrew Forbes. It was I who found it 5 years ago. It's mine by right of discovery. So as the human eye shall see it and live. You want it, don't you? You're proud of your plumage, aren't you? Kill for it. No doubt you'll kill again. Many times. Foolish people who send one think I'm only a poor, eccentric archaeologist. They don't know how rich I am, or how smart.
Damn right.
If they were to see you now, they would think you were some monstrous leftover from the prehistoric age. They wouldn't believe that you were Quetzalcoatl.
Excuse me?
The feathered serpent god.
Oh my God!
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
Hello, Dr. Lambert.
Well, hello, Mary.
Front door was open, so I just walked in.
Well, why not? After all, you're Andrew Forbes' daughter. Welcome as my own.
You mean if you had one?
I've always said that no good ornithologist should ever marry. One can't chase birds and women at the same time, you know. Now, would you like to see my article on birds of the Southwest?
Our copy came today. I just finished reading it.
Oh, I see you didn't like it very much.
Yes, it was very interesting, only...
Only what, Mary?
Well, I'm afraid Father will be furious about you mentioning that legend of Montezuma's treasure being buried around Azteca. You know how archaeologists hate treasure hunters.
But I'm not a treasure hunter, Mary.
Some of your readers might be.
Oh, so that's why you're calling upon me.
Partly. I wanted to have a talk with you about Father.
What's Andrew been doing now? Making sheep's eyes at some young widow?
Father isn't interested in women. What? Since Mother died.
Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry.
Mother's death was strange, horrible. I wonder if the tragedy hasn't affected him.
I think your dad's been working too hard lately.
You have noticed a change.
Well, frankly, yes.
Appears for days at a time. Doesn't try to explain when he comes back. Just says he's on the verge of some great discovery. Dr. Lambert, I wish there had never been any such thing as Aztec Indians. Father does nothing but think, dream, and talk Aztecs. You can't just think and talk about the same subject and stay sane. I'm afraid for him.
Have you tried getting him away from here for a while?
When I suggested, he simply blows up.
That great discovery your father's on the verge of couldn't be Montezuma's treasure, could it?
No, I'm afraid you don't know Father as well as I do. Finding Montezuma's treasure wouldn't mean nearly as much to him as digging up the key to some old Aztecan picture writings. He's a scientist. All scientists.
Mm-hmm. Finding an Aztecan Rosetta Stone would be a great contribution to science.
What up?
Lambert, I want to talk to you.
Hello, Father. When did you get back?
What is this foolishness?
You mean my article about birds, Andrew?
Birds? What do I care about you and your silly birds? Why did you have to write this tommy rot about Montezuma's treasure?
Oh, you're upsetting yourself over nothing, Andrew. I merely mentioned the legend to give my bird story a little color.
Color? You know what it'll do? Bring a lot of fool treasure hunters out here. Between their digging and their dynamite, they'll blast Azteca off the map, looking for something which never existed.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Sorry? A lot of good that'll do.
Father, you talk as though Dr. Lambert committed murder.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. And in future, you stick to your own trade. Chasing feathers.
Why do you say things that you know will hurt me?
Doctor, I'm ashamed of my father's actions.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I understand, Mary. Don't.
Any apologies from Mary are not from me.
I'm going back and clean the crackers out of my bed.
I'm expecting company.
See why I'm so worried about him.
His nerves are completely shot.
I think there's something we can do to help him.
Well, he might snap out of it if we could divert his mind into another channel.
Yes, but how?
I don't know. It's going to be very difficult.
If we could only get him interested in something else.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty, isn't it?
Yes.
I've never seen a feather like this before.
Really?
It's come from a beautiful bird.
Not a bird. It's a creature. Where did you find this, Mary?
Oh, on the floor. Why? Is it something special?
Special? I'll say it's special. Why, there are only 3 known specimens like this in the entire world. 2 are in museums in Mexico City, and the 3rd is in Don Gonzalez's private collection in Honduras.
Then it must be valuable.
Oh, it would bring a high price at any museum. But it's not the money I'm interested in, Mary. As a scientist, I'm interested in the creature itself. There's just a chance that one may have survived down through the ages and is about here somewhere. If it is, I must find it.
Doctor, you keep saying creature. You mean bird, don't you?
The scientific theory is that the thing was half bird and half reptile, lived on blood.
How can they tell that from just a feather?
We've certain scientific facts to substantiate it. Each of the other 3 feathers was found clutched in the hand of a dead man, whose throat had been torn open, jugular vein severed.
Sounds like a vampire tale.
If there are such things as human vampires, they wouldn't have feathers. And a vampire bat doesn't have feathers either. Certain species of that bird are flesh eaters, have a taste for blood. Hey, maybe I've got something. The Aztec god Quetzalcoatl was pictured as a feathered serpent. The priest who invented a god like that could have seen some prehistoric monster.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Why, Mary, you're real. Come sit down, dear.
My mother. You remember, don't you, Doctor?
Yes.
Then there is such a creature around here.
Well, there could be. No, you better rest a little longer, dear.
No, I'm all right. I'm worried about Father. The thing might kill him, too. I've got to go and warn him before it goes to Azteca.
Yes, by all means do. But I don't think he'll take any stock in it. I'll drive you home in my car, Mary.
Please, no. I'd rather wait until Father cools off before you try to talk to him.
All right. But I've got to go to Azteca to talk to Superintendent Hastings. He has brought me unusual feathers before, and it's just possible he may have left this for me while I was out.
Perhaps he did. Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.
Family friend. You weren't very nice to him.
He wrote stuff that will bring a pack of greedy treasure seekers around here, which will interfere with my work.
Well, he didn't mean to offend you. He just thought perhaps there's some sort of prehistoric creature out there where you're working.
No! Well, what makes him think so?
Well, I know you'll think it foolish, but I found a very peculiar-looking feather this afternoon.
You found a feather? What kind of feather? What did it look like?
It looks like it might come from some rare bird, only the doctor said it didn't.
Oh, is that a fact?
Where is it?
Well, Dr. Lambert has it. I found it on the floor of his study, and he thought perhaps Mr. Hastings left it for him when he was out. He thinks it might be from some prehistoric creature, a sort of flying monster that somehow managed to survive.
The doc better take a vacation. He'll be getting a nervous breakdown.
Then you will tell him you're sorry?
If it will make you any happier, I'll stop by and apologize right now.
Oh, he isn't there now. He rushed right out to Azteca to show the feather to Mr. Hastings.
Oh, you'd better not wait supper for me, dear. I may be late. Goodbye.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Fellow babies, and now it's time to go to our live remote man on the scene at the Pinedale Shopping Mall for the big WKRP turkey giveaway. So take it away, Les Nessman.
I'm sorry, Doc, that you shouldn't have been so curious.
You said it, Buster.
Nie powiem ci, moja szenku, ani sobie, mój Staszenku, czemu jestem pracowana i zasmucona. Nie powiem ci, moja szenku, ani sobie, mój Staszenku, czemu jestem pracowana i zasmucona.
That is head, quicker. You want to be a Danny K. Look at me.
Hey, welcome back one and all to the Mummy and the Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout. Not that you ever left or anything, but hope you're enjoying tonight's movie, The Flying Serpent. And you get to see the serpent right away, which is great, right? The Flying Serpent.
We don't have to wait until like 3/4 of the movie and then the monster's in there for like a minute and it's dark outside and you barely see the monster. No, you actually get to see him flying around.
Even though that you said that it looked like a kite. So.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a kite or some paper mache thing.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of I don't know, like a pheasant or something, a giant pheasant. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I don't care.
It's hilarious.
It's a Friday night vibe, B-horror movie. It's got George Zuko. It's black and white. I'm all in. Love it.
There we go. So we're going to get into the snack-toids in just a little bit, but before we do that...
Yes, we're going to go over really quick what happened at our venture out to our appearance at the North Coast Nostalgia Comic Book Shop this past Saturday, July 15th. It was great. We did a 2-hour little appearance from noon to 2. It's located in Parma, Ohio. If you've never been there before, check it out. Look it up on the interwebs.
Yeah. It's one of our favorite comic book shops in Northeast Ohio.
Yep, for sure. And the guy that runs it, Adam's a great guy, very swell dude. We talked about this for the past maybe year or so to do an appearance, and it sounds like it's going to be the beginning of what could be a beautiful relationship. I think we'll do actual more appearances. Maybe around Halloween we'll do something there.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we would love to go back there and talk nerdy with people again.
Yeah, so we put it out there, and we did have some people come out. It wasn't the throng of people that I didn't think would come out, and that's fine.
We had a nice group.
Yeah, but
it was a good group that came out.
It went by so fast, and it was great. We're so happy that anyone came out. We were just hoping if Snackmaster General Greg came out, that would make us look good. But actually,
he did. We did see Snackmaster General
Greg. He did
Greg.
come out, yeah. So he came out, and a bunch of other people. So that was good. We met some new friends, some people we've never met before, which is cool. That watch the show, that watch our show. So so we put together. We actually GoPro the whole thing, and we put together a little quick montage to kind of encapsulate what we want. So if you missed it, you get to see some of the highlights of the in-store appearance. So here we go. I'm gonna take it to you. You're gonna all get to go visit now. If you couldn't make it Saturday, here's your chance to go check it out now.
There we go.
Here's what we did, what you missed if you didn't come out to North Coast Nostalgia this past Saturday to see the store and the Mummy and the Monkey.
Montage fun.
Here we go. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see how fast it went by? I mean, we were like, it was nutty that day. I don't know what happened.
Time went by really fast.
It literally did. No, but yeah. So we got we met some new people, Jimmy and Brett, and some of our regulars came out, like Snackmaster Greg and Dane.
And Dane came out with his daughter. So yeah, it was nice to see everybody.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What can I say? It's always a blast to meet the fans and the people, our viewers, or whatever you want to refer to them. But we're fans of yours, don't forget, because without you, we wouldn't be doing this. So
totally.
And,
all right, so we've got our snack toy
segment.
That's
right, so that's
segues.
Right
along.
Because we did meet, because our Snackmaster General Greg came out, and not only did it come out to support us and say hi, he came out and to support our appetites, because he brought a huge box, a big box of snacks.
So there's a whole bunch of snacks here.
So let's get into this segment that you know and love. That's right, get your taste buds ready, whip out those snacks and everything, because here we go with another edition of the Mummy and the Monkey Snack Toys. New yummy snacks.
Old movie facts.
And this time we really do have new yummy snacks. Now Louie's here to join us, and good timing,
Kitty
Louie. Because we saw there's something in this box for you guys.
There's a whole bunch of stuff here.
Look at the offering.
This
look at
whole thing here.
Oh my gosh.
There's a note. Greetings, Hall of Fame inductees and Crypt Kitties.
Woohoo!
First, congrats again. I hope my vote helped. It was great seeing ya at North Coast. I hope you enjoy this box of goodies. Crypt Kitties too. That means you, Louie.
You guys got treats.
Keep up the great work. Peace out. Snack Master General Greg.
Wow.
Thank you, Snack Master General.
There was he even gave a mama monkey a little something.
A little present.
Because of her pet cat that she lost a few weeks ago.
So there's...
And she loved it, Greg. Thank you.
Yes, it was very sweet. So there's like all these different flavors here.
These are new snacks. So let's see this now.
Here, you showed off some of those.
Look at this. Candy Pop, Twix popcorn, Butterfinger
and
popcorn.
this one's Snickers.
Butterfinger popcorn.
And then there's some yummy like peanut butter granola.
That's the better, the good
I could
stuff.
have that for breakfast.
Yeah, you can be good with that.
And there's Rice Krispie treats.
Louie got scared.
And what are you guys snacking on? Put it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you're eating as you watch the show or the segment. And here's something we did. We kind of pre-opened the box just to make sure that everything was okay.
Ooh, Crypt Kitty.
This is for you
goodie
guys.
Bag.
Yeah, what's inside there?
Louie, this is for you, buddy.
Woo!
Catnip bubbles.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about those.
We were just talking about those.
Look at that. You guys can eat those bubbles.
Louie.
You could be like
He knows that sound. He knows that's bubbles.
You could be like me, like
His
Grim
ears perked up.
You could be like Grim Gory when he's taking a bath and he makes bubbles. Turn around and bite them. You could bite the bubbles like I do.
Oh, okay. Let me do bubbles a minute. He's looking at me.
Oh, look at a cat tunnel.
And then why don't you pick out a snack for us, Grim?
I think we should try this Friskies Party Mix. That looks really good.
Not the Friskies.
Why not?
That's for the cats.
And also, one more thing. Oh, look at this.
Does it have a little bubble wand?
Temptations. Oh, these are those little savory.
I'll have to mess with that later.
Great. Yeah, don't do it now.
Yeah. Here you go, Louie. Catnip.
Yeah, give him some nip.
He's over here off to the side.
Cat pot.
There you go, buddy.
Hey, let's try one of these popcorns.
Yeah, pick out a snack, Grim, and then let's get into the movie facts.
I say we try the Butterfinger popcorn. It sounds malicious.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Careful there.
Ooh.
That's let me pour some in your hand. Yeah.
Just like a few pieces.
Yeah. Try that.
Mmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, this movie was made in 1946.
There we go.
The Flying Serpent. And the guy who directed it, Sam Newfield, he worked for PRC Pictures. He made a lot of movies. He made over 250 films. A lot of them are low budget. Most of them are.
He made them in one day.
It seems that way.
All of them.
So, the movies that he made that you guys might remember: Terror of Tiny Town from 1938, the Western starring all the little people actors.
It was all cast of little people, yeah.
Yes. The Mad Monster from 1942, we've hosted that one. And The Black Raven from 1943, also starring George Zucco.
Why gotta be a Black Raven?
That's the name of the movie. Okay, so Marie Windsor, she plays Iron Mae McLeod. You're going to see her later in the movie.
Mm.
She was unusually tall for a lady back in the 1940s. She was 5'9".
Whoa.
Yeah, and she was known for being a B-movie and a noir film actress. And it's funny, she actually got started in her acting career. She would send in jokes to Jack Benny.
No, she's already in the movie.
Yeah, she's in this movie.
Oh, you said, okay.
You're going to see her later.
No, she's
No, that was Hope Kramer.
Oh, later. Oh,
that was Hope Kramer in the first scene.
Gotcha.
She's George Zucco's daughter in this.
Radio.
And George Zucco plays the professor, and we're going to talk about him in a minute.
You're right.
Yeah. So she would write in jokes to Jack Benny, and they met up, and he was like, wow, you're hot. You should be an actress. And she got signed on with Warner Brothers and other studios. So, yeah, that's how she got her break. And she was in the movie Force of Evil from 1948, a very popular noir movie.
Was that a Star Wars movie?
No, it's a noir movie,
The Force of Evil.
Roland Drew, he plays Lieutenant Jerry Brown, and he was an actor from the 1920s up through the 1940s, and he's well known for being Prince Baron in the Flash Gordon serials.
Oh, he couldn't have kids?
Those old 1940s Flash Gordon serials. He plays a character in that.
Yep.
And he was also a World War II veteran. And later on, he retired from acting to become a dressmaker. He had a passion for sewing.
Mm-hmm.
So he just, was happy doing that. Now, George Zucco.
Oh!
He plays the professor. He plays, He's usually like a bad guy, kind of up to no good. He had an amazing career, and he never turned down a movie gig.
George Zuko, hot or not?
Not. I mean, he's likable, but I don't think he's that. Okay. He's sure. It's just he's a likable character. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
A likable actor. So he had a great career. Unfortunately, it was cut short at age 61. He had a stroke, and then he was in a nursing home for like a bunch of years until he passed away. But he was in The Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, The Dead Men Walk. We hosted that one, The Dead Men Walk. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And, yeah. Hope Kramer, she was only in 2 movies. So that pretty blonde lady you saw in that first scene, she was only in 2 films.
Yeah.
That's all I could find out about her.
Wow.
Yeah, she passed away in 2012.
Did you hear about the quarterback that passed away?
No.
No one knew.
Jeez.
Ah, boy. That's the Butterfinger popcorn taking effect.
But those are good snacks. Thank you, Greg.
Yes, they're delicious. Oh my gosh.
Let's read some of the comments, and then we will continue on with the movie here.
If this keeps up, they're going to have to change the name of this show from the Mummy and the Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout to My 800-Pound Life.
If we keep eating all these snacks.
Oh my gosh.
Terror of Tiny Town was great, said Ed. James says I'm eating a Hostess triple chocolate bar cake thing.
Oh, yo.
He's eating cake. That's a snack. That's fun.
He's having his cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tony Bennett. That was sad to hear today.
Yeah.
But that sounds like something we would talk about. Oh, speaking of
but
that.
96 is a good run.
Yeah, we're going to, that's more of like the hangover stuff we talk about. Mm-hmm. We are going to do a Harry Scary Hangover after this episode of the Hangout. So,
yes.
Just to, guys get your second wind ready because we're going to go all night tonight. So, all right.
All right. So we've got part 2 of The Flying Serpent.
Yes, that's right. Get ready to ingest more frightful fun from Zuko and his pals with The Flying Serpent, Part 2, right here on The Mummy and the Monkeys. Hetty, Sketty, Hangout. Saxon search comes right up. You're like this.
Trying to get this.
Come here, you're missing it. He's missed it.
I'll watch it later, I'm sorry.
You'll like it because of what I did with it.
You're awesome at it, I'll catch it.
Sexy.
Look how happy he is.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Always a pioneer in radio entertainment. Radio Network XOR is undertaking to bring to its listeners first
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
mystery thriller.
Yeah, right.
Press and radio during the last 24 hours have given much space and time to accounts of the strange and mysterious death of Dr. John Lambert, one of America's foremost ornithologists, whose body was discovered last Thursday night near the Azteca National Monument, a few miles from the little city of San Juan, New Mexico. Richard Thorpe, who has written many of the mystery yarns recently broadcast by XOR here in New York, has been engaged by this network to fly out to New Mexico to solve this strangest of crimes. He will broadcast daily as he progresses toward the murder solution. Mr. Thorpe, who is here in the studio, will give you an idea of his plans. I now present Richard Thorpe.
Hey, Facebook, Twitter, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen of our listening audience, good evening. Today, when I was talking casually with Mr. Hanson, New York news editor of XOR, our conversation naturally drifted to the subject uppermost in the minds of all mystery fans. Who or what killed Dr. John Lambert and drained the blood from his body? Was this bizarre act done for the purpose of baffling the authorities? Was the crime committed by some mad mortician who was acquainted with the use of embalming instruments? Or was Lambert a victim of some strange prehistoric bird or animal?
Well, turn it up a notch, Joe.
Stranger still, do vampire monsters exist today?
You got screws loose, Dale?
Many of the legends of human vampires existing in the dark corners of the earth. The werewolf of the Russian steppes and the Carpathian mountains of Transylvania. Also the were-tigers of the Burmese jungles and the cat people of the Near East. Explorers tell us of strange people with strange tribal rites. Devil worshippers exist today not only in remote jungles, but actually live in European cultural spots.
But, Father, I wanted to hear what Dick Thorpe had to say about Dr. Lambert's death. I've read lots of his mystery stories, and...
First thing you know, you'll be believing in werewolves and devil worshippers.
Then you were listening.
Yeah. I couldn't help overhearing some of it.
Then you heard him say he's coming here to find out who killed the doctor.
It'll take more than a mystery writer to uncover that.
But, Father, he's very clever. All he needs to solve a case is just one tiny clue. And maybe we can furnish him with that clue.
Maybe we could. Good night, dear.
I mean, this is about as interesting as listening to a John Tesh album.
Be sure and tune in day after tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for Richard Thorpe's initial broadcast from San Juan, New Mexico.
Okay.
Good night.
I'm staking the reputation of XOR and how this thing turns out. And I don't mind saying I'm uneasy about it.
Don't forget I'm doing a little staking myself. What about my reputation? Are you going to work alone on the case, Mr. Thorpe? No, Louis Havana, an ornithologist, has volunteered to help. And then there's another fellow, a friend of mine, Vance Bennett.
Here's your clue, Mr. Thorpe.
Come in. I'm looking for Sheriff Hayes.
I'm Bill Hayes.
My name is Dick Thorpe.
Oh, yes, I heard you yesterday on the radio.
And this is Jerry Jones, my radio broadcast technician.
Just call me Jonesy, Sheriff. Hey, what is that, a hand or a steel trap? It depends on the occasion.
Professor Louis Havana, an ornithologist.
Glad to know you, Sheriff.
We just flew in from New York on the Lambert case.
Yes, I heard that, too, on the radio. Are you going to solve the murder today, or are you going to take a couple of days?
Well, Sheriff, I'd say that depends on you a good deal.
Nice of you to let me plug along in my humble way. I thought maybe you might be going to clean up the case before I could get started.
Say, Sheriff, haven't you heard him on the radio solving those mysteries?
Yeah, knows who the criminal is beforehand.
Yeah. Hey, I hadn't thought about that.
His stuff is pretty cleverly done. It's amusing for radio listeners, but this isn't the radio.
Well, you know, Sheriff, I plan to put it on the radio.
If you think I'm going to furnish clues so the killer can
Nothing
listen
broadcast without your okay, Sheriff.
I'll see to that. Well, so long, sir. Hold on.
Gentlemen, let's go to KFC. I'll drive, you pay.
Network XOR now takes you to the little city of San Juan, New Mexico, where Richard Thorpe, famous author of mystery stories, will broadcast the first step in his effort to solve the mystery of who or what killed Dr. John Lambert. At this moment, the inquest is opening.
What are you doing here? I'm in the middle of infotaining.
There was only one injury, a wound in the throat, very jagged, almost from ear to ear, more pronounced on the left side. Jugular vein completely severed. Death had been immediate. Rigor mortis was just setting in when the body was discovered. Fascinating. The nature of the wound, could you describe the death instrument? Not exactly. The wound was too jagged to have been inflicted with a tool with cutting edge. I'd say more of a tear. My guess is, and it's only a guess, it was inflicted with teeth or claws, maybe talons, maybe a beak. And you think Lambert was killed by some predatory bird? Except for one thing. What's that? The body was practically ready for embalming. All the blood had been drawn out.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
You're a witness.
You say the jugular vein was severed. Is it possible, Dr. Wagner, that such an injury itself would drain off the blood?
No, that's not possible.
I just wanted to establish that fact for the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Next witness, Sheriff Bill Hayes. Take stand, please.
I tell you, boss, this program's going to be a knockout. Nothing like it ever broadcast before.
Oh, yeah?
I've staked my reputation on it.
And your job.
Hey, Bud, what's your problem?
There wasn't any strange footprints or animal tracks near Lambert's body.
Want to ask Bill any questions?
Just one. And Lambert couldn't have been murdered by a man or an animal.
No, I'd say the killer wasn't a man or an animal. Not unless he had wings.
That's what I wanted to establish. That the criminal had wings.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Have you all, Bill? Next witness, Professor Andrew Forbes.
When did you last see Dr. Lambert? That is, I mean, prior to his death.
On the afternoon of the day he was killed.
Anyone else present?
My stepdaughter Mary.
Where did you see him?
At his home.
What was the nature of your call?
I went there to remonstrate with him about something that he'd written in an article.
What had he written?
He mentioned the legend about Montezuma's treasure being buried somewhere around Azteca. I wanted to warn him. Stuff like that would bring in a crowd of treasure hunters who would interfere with my archaeological work. I mean the digging and blasting indiscriminately.
You part of his friends?
Oh, yes.
You're a witness?
Thank you. Professor Forbes, you've done some archaeological work among the Aztec ruins down in Mexico, haven't you?
Yes, for some years. 5.
The old Aztecs worshipped some kind of feathered serpent, didn't they?
Yes, they had a god which they pictured as being half reptile, half bird.
What are you talking about?
Quetzalcoatl. Purely mythological, of course.
Do you think it possible that such a creature might have existed, say, in the age of dinosaurs and like monsters?
I'm an archaeologist, not a zoologist. The two sciences are entirely different.
Yes, I understand, but I thought that perhaps in the course of your work you might have come across some trace of such creature.
Oh, such things never existed, except in mythology.
That's a lie! That isn't!
I believe there's a tradition that the Aztecs once lived around here and then moved south.
Yes, I've been trying to substantiate that theory through my work at Azteca. If that's all.
Just a second, Professor. There's one more question.
What is the matter with you?
I hope you'll forgive me for touching upon a somewhat delicate and tender subject. Your wife.
How dare you, sir!
Didn't she come to her death some years ago under somewhat similar circumstances?
No, that's the first time I heard that.
Yes, that is true. We never discovered exactly how it happened.
Then it might be possible that the same, let us say, creature could be responsible for both crimes.
Well, I think that's stretching the point.
That's all, Professor, and please forgive me.
Get the mother out of my life.
Dr. Lambert was very excited about the possibility of such a creature still existing around here. He said if there is one, he must find it.
Where's the feather now?
I don't know. Only the doctor said he intended taking it with him when he went to see Superintendent Hastings.
Can you describe that feather?
Well, it was pretty and very odd.
Thank you, Miss Forbes.
Dr. Lambert showed me the feather and asked me if I'd left it at his home while he was out. And I told him that I hadn't. So when he left, he took it with him. He seemed to think it was very valuable, wouldn't let it out of his sight.
Will you describe the feather, Mr. Hastings?
Well, I would say it was just about as Miss Forbes described it.
I understand that Quetzalcoatl was not one of the bloodthirsty deities, like the sun god. Is that right?
The human sacrifices were made to the sun god. But bloodletting was a rather popular Aztec pastime, and I presume that Quetzalcoatl would kill to preserve the thing he was charged with protecting.
Is it true that 3 such feathers as were described here were discovered in Latin America, clutched in the hands of 3 dead men?
I'll have to say yes. Shut up!
There was no feather found in Dr. Lambert's hand.
I know that, but a very gentle breeze might have blown it away.
That's all. Thank you, Mr. Hammond.
The jury may now retire and consider a verdict.
Pretty good, huh? All right. What happens next? How do I know? This thing's on the square.
We, the jury, find that Dr. Lambert came to his death through undetermined circumstances, and that his death was a homicide.
Can't something be done? I'm sure this is murder.
I'm not leaving San Juan until I get to the bottom of these killings.
Possibly if we all work together, we might get somewhere.
You mean you're willing to work along with me?
Young man, you are very necessary to some of my plans.
I think there was one thing you forgot to ask me when I was on the stand.
What's that?
Whether you may call it our home.
I didn't forget. I just didn't think this was the place.
This afternoon for tea?
Better make it supper. I have to go to Azteca this afternoon.
Well, that's fine. I'd like to ride out with you to where Lambert's body was found. I want to have a look around.
Oh, yes, of course. It would be a pleasure.
I knew I should have taken that lift between the Albuquerque.
Dr. Lambert was found lying on his back about here.
There's no blood. Is it possible the ground could have drained it off?
Oh, no. We had a chemical analysis made of the soil.
Oh, really?
Do you remember the direction of the wind?
There wasn't much wind that day. This time of the year, what little wind there is comes from over here. Well, I guess I better be moving along. I'll pick you up on the way back.
Well, thanks for bringing me out here.
No, not at all. It was a pleasure. Goodbye, Mr. Thorpe.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Beep, beep.
Hi, Sheriff.
I heard you were out here. I don't want you to get too far ahead of me on this case.
Glad to have you. I can use all the help I can get.
It's like looking for a needle in... Just a moment, Thorpe.
That's the feather I've been looking for.
I want Superintendent Hastings here before we disturb that thing. He should be able to identify it. Can you drive a car?
Yes, why?
I'm staying right here to watch this feather.
Uh-oh.
You drive my car to Aztec and bring Hastings back.
But look, Sheriff, hurry.
Can I touch it if I wash my hands first? Especially this one?
Sheesh, all this sun, fun, and farting is starting to make me pretty darn hungry. Hey, Stasha, how's about you making your dear old Popsky a nice big sandwich, huh? What in the putrid pierogi puking crap is going on here? It's been like an eon already of a day. What she want me to do, for the love of Mike? Starve? Hey, Stasha, where's my blasted sand? Which? Oh, Stasha!
Hey-o, okay, Mike is on, we're hot.
Yay, and we're back.
That's right, yeah, hey, hope you're enjoying the show tonight. I heard a boop-a-doop. Okay, my order's on. Hey, so, hey.
We want to thank Dane Stotzer for the $10 super chat.
Yes, let me give him a little
the
Barber Papa love here.
Woo!
And thank Marty, who did that artwork for the Stasha skit you just saw. About a year or two ago, he made that. So
yeah, we haven't seen that one in a while.
I think we've only showed it the one time. So, and as you know, as we said last episode, he's recuperating. He's getting better. He's underwent a procedure, but he's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, he's watching tonight and feeling better.
Yeah. So get better soon, Marty.
And thanks for the art, as always, Mart.
Yes, awesome.
All right, back from Fart 2. How you liking the Flying Serpent so far, right? Or as we call it, Devil Bat Light.
Yeah, it's really just like another version of the Devil Bat.
Yeah, it's heavily scripted, as you will know, as you notice. You actually have to read a lot. There's a lot of reading, a lot of newspaper articles. The beginning opened up with a whole, a screed about the Quetzalcoatl legend and all this stuff. And there's a lot of talking, it's almost like watching Law and Order a little bit when you're in the courtroom.
But I like that John Saxon was marked safe. You had to play that part back for me because Louis wanted to play with those bubbles.
He did.
He likes those catnip bubbles.
He likes them. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. And yeah, the mic was on for a minute. We were talking back and forth about
heard all that.
The Louis bubbles.
Or was it? Or did we do it on purpose? You never know.
So,
you can blame it on AI too,
Yeah, we'll just, whatever. The gremlins.
I say from here on out, blame everything on AI gremlins.
There we go. All right, so let's check some of the comments, and then let's get into the next part of the show.
Which I don't... Oh, I know what that is. It's talking about what's going on with the Mummy and the Monkey.
Yeah. People are liking the art.
Okay, cool. It's a different take on the Stasha skit.
Yeah, it's like, a cartoon skit.
It's like the stuff I do with the Kitschy comics, except it's a skit. Pretty neat idea.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Marty has a couple ideas he sent in like that, so we need to do one skit we should definitely do. And we'll have to just do it and surprise everybody with it.
Mm-hmm.
I love those... Oh, James... Oh, good Lord. Okay.
J. Michael Harris, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the craptacular, he says.
Yeah, this movie, it's not that bad. It reminds me of something the Ghoul used to show back in the day, except he would show a better movie like The Giant Claw, but...
And Daryl says he misses the screen art. Do you mean when we had the frame around us?
Probably, yeah.
Is that what he means?
I could bring that back. I was thinking about bringing that back because that was one of the initial ideas that we had to try to make the show look a little different. Mm-hmm. It's kind of an homage to the Ghilardi, the modulated circle that he had going around his screen, but ours were static.
Well, maybe we'll bring it back sometime.
But we did have the rotating Mummy and the Monkey 3D models that we had of us for the sculpture. We had a whole thing going one time.
Yeah, we would change them out.
Maybe we'll do a classic show night and bring that back.
Maybe. Okay. So let's get into the promos and appearances and the the what's going on.
I like that idea, DK. Let's go do it.
Okay.
All right, here we go with the stills already. Boom. Hey! Look what's coming up. Where are we going to be next, Janet?
Gross! We're going to be at Gross Fest.
Woohoo!
So next stop on the Mummy and the Monkey tour.
Yes.
Gross Fest. And that's going to be in the Pittsburgh area. You can go at grossfest.com.
Don't you mean Yins can go out?
Yins can go on the grossfest.com website.
Right.
Yin's gone downtown.
It's gross. Yeah, Yin's gone. That's very good. Yin's going downtown.
And it's an independent film fest. It's indie artists. You can catch these cool indie movies and shop and hang out, and it's just a fun one-day show. So we're gonna be there hanging out with y'all, with Yins.
Now you can look that up. Yeah, with Yins guys.
Yeah.
So Yins can check that out on either look them up on Facebook, Gross Fest, or grossfest.com. How more simple can you be? It's a one-day show. It's pretty cheap to get in, and we're going to be there just kind of hanging out. Then we'll have a table, and
the Super Gross brothers will be running the show.
They're nice
Tom
guys.
and Tim Gross.
And I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I don't know why, but I do know why, because I love independent movies.
Yeah.
I love independent filmmakers. They're probably the most fun people and creative because they're untainted.
Yes,
and they're working.
And they make some weird stuff.
That's right.
I almost said another word.
Yeah. Weird,
But it's fun. It's fun.
It rhymes with ship.
Yeah. Some weird ship.
Yeah, some weird ship. So please come out, and if you could check it out, please do. It'd be great to see everybody out there and all the cool stuff that's going to happen at Gross Fest. Hey, we do have a podcast that we occasionally do. We're supposed to do it once a week, but, it is what it is.
Our Living the Scream podcast. We had one on Monday.
We did.
So if you guys missed it, you could check out our podcast where we go behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey. And we also talk about our reselling adventures and going out and thrifting and scavenging and finding cool treasures.
It's an awesome time for everyone. It's kind of like the Harry Scary Hangover, except we're in our human form. But hey, tonight we are going to do a Harry Scary Hangover immediately after the Harry Scary Hangout.
Yes, it's our after show chat show, and we're going to talk about some movies that we've seen over the past couple of weeks, and give our full review of them.
Yeah, and whatever else might
and any other pop culture things that we've seen and heard about.
And we've got some nice compliments about the differences between this show, and that's why it's different. So check it out. Hey, and if you need something fun to wear, this summer or into the fall, whatever. Tell them what they can get, Janet.
Yes, so it's really hot on most of the world right now. We've got tank tops if you need a tank top. If you're in Antarctica, you could get a hoodie. We've got all different t-shirts and tanks and hoodies to choose from for all different weather scenarios. You can go on our Teespring store there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Eric, give me a second to keep on talking. Oh boy, where am I at?
And it's on, the link is also on themummyandthemonkey.com. And it's also, if you're watching us on YouTube, it's in the video description below.
I need to write that down. Hold on. The Mummy and the Monkey?
Yes.
Why do you call it that?
It's spelled all.
Oh, it's basically what the show's called. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy, right?
It's fairly simple.
It's kind of
so easy, even a monkey could do it, guys.
That's right. So yeah, all can be found on our Facebook page, which will take you to, or the .com will take you everywhere. So, yeah, well, we're just cruising along here tonight. Got Louie getting ready to come back up and revisit. Come on, buddy.
Earl was here, but he got camera shy.
There we go. Oh, there's my little crypt kitten, my lap cat, Lou Bear.
The crypt kitties don't care if we're doing a show. They still want to be hanging out with us. Hey. And we don't mind.
Cats don't have owners, they have help. You know that saying.
Yes. All right. So
he's actually here to catch part 3 of the Flying Serpent.
Oh, is that what it is?
He likes to watch that nature TV.
Sometimes he does watch TV.
Yeah, the nature.
Yeah, he likes to watch the YouTube videos with the birds and stuff.
Right. So now he's watching with the Flying Serpent. So there you go.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into Part 3.
That's right. Pinch your nose tights, because here we go. The Part 3 of the Flying Serpent. Flying Serpent. Ooh. Flying Serpent. There he goes in the air. Oh, yeah. Oh. Wait. No. Oh, no. Wait a minute, everybody. Don't get right. There we go. Faux pas tonight.
Beep, beep.
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Aw, crap.
There. Up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane. Beep, beep.
I'm not sure. I never saw anything like that before. I guess nobody else ever did and lived to tell it.
That's the fact, Jack.
Sheriff! Sheriff, Bill! Bill Hayes! Maybe he got tired waiting? No, he wouldn't leave here. Sheriff! Sheriff Hayes! Hey, look! His throat has been ripped wide open.
Oh, my ovaries.
Hello. I'd like to speak with Mary, if I may.
Who is this?
My name is Bernie Mac.
Oh, Thorpe. Oh, hello, Thorpe. Too bad about Sheriff Hayes.
You got on my drawers?
Yes, you were very lucky. It might have been you.
Yeah, guess I was pretty lucky at that. Mind if I speak with Mary, Mr. Forbes?
I'm sorry, she's in the tub. Any message?
Well, please tell her I'm starting for the Pine Mountain Broadcasting Station now. I want to have another look around for that feather before I start the broadcast. I'll send Jonesy along to pick her up. Uh-huh. Well, thanks. Bye-bye.
Someone want me on the phone?
Yes, Thorpe.
So why didn't you call me?
He left a message. He said he was very sorry, but he couldn't come after you.
But he invited me to watch him broadcast.
You keep away from Pine Mountain, do you hear?
Well, I don't see why.
You heard what I said.
You know everything because you're a man, and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not a woman.
Oh, you bastard.
What are you looking for?
Havner, look. Here it is. Maybe we'd better call in some witnesses. No, I tried that yesterday. This time I'm taking no chances. I wonder if it's the same one Dr. Lambert had. Mary will be at the broadcasting station. She ought to know. I've got a hunch we better be getting out of here and fast.
I shouldn't be here, Dick. Father will be very angry. He told me to stay at home today.
I don't think your father likes me. Maybe I'd better have a little talk with him.
Oh, no, please. There's no telling what he'll do. He might even prevent us seeing each other.
Why didn't you take a picture of the last slugger?
Certainly resembles a feather from the meat-eating species of the bird of paradise, yet it's somewhat different.
Well, it looks like the one Dr. Lambert had, but at the time I thought the other one was larger.
Oh, is it the same kind?
Oh, yes.
But I don't think it's the same one that Sheriff Hayes was guarding when he was killed. Does that tell you anything?
It's from the same creature, but a different feather. That's a clue, all right.
That's that. We're hooked up at XOR.
Be right with you.
Oh, Dick. May I come in while you're broadcasting?
Well, if you're very quiet, I'll leave the door open a little and you could peek. How's that?
Okay, party, bonus.
Network XOR now takes you to the little New Mexican city of San Juan, nestling in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, where Richard Thorpe, noted author of mystery stories, is attempting the solution of a factual crime more fantastic and thrilling than fiction.
Okay.
From Pine Mountain Broadcasting Station, he will tell you of his progress. Come in, San Juan.
This is Richard Thorpe, broadcasting from the Pine Mountain Station at San Juan, New Mexico. Yesterday, you heard the coroner's inquest into the death of Dr. John Lambert, internationally known ornithologist. You heard the jury's findings, that Lambert's death was a death of violence, that the killer was some person, bird, or beast as yet unidentified. Only a few hours after the inquest, there was another murder. This time, the victim was Bill Hayes, sheriff of San Juan County. It was only by chance I was not the victim.
Oh, good for you!
When I returned with Hastings to act as witness to the findings of the feather, Bill Hayes was dead, his throat gashed, his body drained of blood. The assassin was just leaving the scene. As I had surmised, it was some sort of horrible creature, a leftover from a far distant age.
Oh, get out of here!
I don't expect many of you who are listening in to believe a word of what I am saying when I describe this flying monster. Were I in your place, I wouldn't believe it.
The other networks will laugh us off the air. Keep your shirt on. Thorpe wouldn't pull a fake.
The head appeared dragon-like, the wings feathered, a long reptilian tail trailing behind it as it flew through the sky.
What else?
It is my opinion that only 3 people have seen this monstrous creature and lived. These are Mr. Hastings, myself, and the human fiend who has sufficient control over this monster to use it as his instrument of murder. Of course, you'll want to know how I arrived at this conclusion. The reason I can't reveal the clue I'm working on is obvious.
Beep, beep.
I don't want to put this man on his guard. Within a short time, however, I hope to announce the name of this killer in my broadcast.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
With me in the studio today is of America's foremost ornithologist. I will describe to you the feather we picked up this morning at the scene of the tragedy. Ladies and gentlemen of our radio audience, Professor Louis Hansen.
Hey, for crying out loud, there's none of that stuff in my script.
Are we still on the air?
Yeah, I forgot to turn it off.
Well, call the police. We've had another murder.
Sure.
My, people come and go so quickly here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a murder at the studio. Professor Louis Hansen was struck down by the feathered serpent as he stood at the window examining the feather we had just found.
Bogus.
We'll be back on the air again tomorrow morning at the same time.
That's showbiz.
You know what this fake is going to cost the XOR network? A franchise.
Yes, Mr. Grant.
I want you to find out if there's insanity in Thorpe's family.
Yes, Mr. Grant.
And order a couple of straitjackets. One for you and one for Thorpe.
Okay, Mr. Grant. Okay.
Make it 3 straitjackets. I must have been nuts myself when I hired the pair of you.
All San Juan is asking, where will the flying death strike next? Who will be the victim? What is back of all these mysterious and fantastic murders? Early today, a double inquest was held over the bodies of Sheriff Hayes and Professor Havener, newest victim of the monster. I see Mr. Hastings is in the crowd. I'd like to ask him a few questions. Mr. Hastings, you were with me the day that Sheriff Hayes was killed.
Why, yes.
Did you see some kind of flying monster?
I certainly did.
Will you describe it to our radio audience?
Well, it looked like sort of a giant reptile with bird's wings. It reminds me of one of those Aztec idols, a feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl.
I would like to ask Hastings a question.
Why, sure, Mr. Forbes. Go right ahead. This is a public forum.
Hastings, do you mean to say that you believe there's an Aztec god flying around these ruins?
Aztec or Hottentot. I came in town today to get permission from the new sheriff to pack me a gun.
Everybody in town's getting a gun permit. I hope they don't start shooting every time they see a feather.
Shut up, dummy.
Hey, mister, what's that thing you got there?
Oh, this? It's a doodle bug. You find treasure with it.
Well, that's interesting. Tell us about it.
We can leave now, Dad, if you like.
I always thought you locate water with doodle bugs.
Well, there are water doodle bugs, and there are other kinds, too. This one locates gold.
Oh, so you're looking for a gold mine, eh?
Not exactly a mine, a treasure that's been buried for a long time.
You think there's buried treasure around here?
I've got an old Aztec map that says there is, worth millions. Montezuma's treasure.
Maybe we had better leave now, Dad.
No, this interests me.
Well, how does this particular doodle bug work?
You just walk along holding it this way, and when you get over the gold or any other metal, it shows here on this dial.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe there is buried treasure around here. It might have something to do with all these killings. Oh, Mr. Forbes, this ought to interest you. Come on over and take a look at it.
Oh, okay.
This is Professor Andrew Forbes, an archaeologist. He's been excavating out at Azteca for years.
Bennett's the name. Vance Bennett. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Forbes.
Thank you. If this treasure hunt of yours isn't too private, I might be able to help you along.
Well, that's mighty nice of you. If I find what I'm looking for, there'll be plenty for you, too.
Well, I'm not interested in treasure from the standpoint of personal gain. I'm only interested in the scientific angle.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Well, folks, looks like this manhunt is going to include a treasure hunt, too. Tune in tomorrow morning.
Hey, Pee-wee, you know what time it is?
Returning you to your New York station.
Treasure hunt, huh?
Well, you wouldn't believe yesterday there was a murder in the Pine Mountain studio. Maybe this treasure stuff isn't a hoax either.
If they find any treasure, I want to be cut in on it. Get hold of Thorpe long distance and tell him.
Whatever.
Well, there it is, Dick.
Fine. How'd you find things in Honduras?
Meaning the senoritas?
Meaning old Don Gonzalez.
I had a heck of a time keeping the old boy from flying up here with me.
I was afraid he wouldn't want to let this precious feather out of his sight.
That was less trouble than having it vacuum sealed in that package. What's the idea?
Well, the way I've got it figured, Quetzalcoatl is guided to his feathers by their scent. I didn't want him at our throat before we were ready for him.
Then you really believe there is a feathered serpent?
Vance, I'm sure of it. I've seen him twice.
Oh, good for you.
When he killed Sheriff Hayes and when he killed Havener.
Why?
My dear fellow, haven't you guessed? Montezuma's treasure.
Montezuma's treasure? Say, are you kidding?
No, Vance, I'm confident the killer somehow stumbled on it and is using Quetzalcoatl to keep others from finding out about it.
Sounds fantastic. Any definite suspect?
We shook hands with him this morning.
Really?
Professor Andrew Forbes.
Forbes? But he offered to help me look for the Say, wait a minute. You think that guy's got me all set as his next victim?
Right.
Well, in that case, I think he should furnish the feather. It would have saved me flying down to Honduras and back.
Sure it would. Only that way it would have been his trap. This way it's my trap, and I have to furnish the bait. Now, when Forbes sees you with this feather...
Well, according to the map, but I don't get any reaction. I've got another place in mind further over toward Azteca.
I agree with your map. This is the logical place.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'd better stick around where the map says it is. Hey, look at this.
Where did you get that?
Picked it up down there. Pretty, isn't it?
Looks like a very rare feather. Maybe it's a good luck piece. You'd better keep it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I'll be seeing you. Goodbye, Bennett.
Goodbye, and thanks.
Arrivederci.
Hasta la vista.
Adios.
Adios, muchachos, compañeros de la vida. You get out of here.
All right, come on out, Dick.
Swing!
How's it going, kid?
Just as you said it, Woody. Hightailed it to release Quetzalcoatl.
Good. Get in there. I'm going to follow him. Look, don't get nervous if you see the thing and try to kill it.
Okay.
You're lucky, my friend. The treasure hunter found the feather you lost.
Meep, meep.
Somebody, anybody!
Every man for himself!
Hey, Jonesy, what are you doing here? That oversized canary. Let's get out of here. We're in the cave. What does he want with us? Well, he's after this feather. Well, let him have it. Yeah, I guess we'd better. Did you see him pick up that feather?
Yeah. Boy, that was a narrow escape.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Got any more feathers? No. Okay. Come on.
Hey everybody, Stasha and Yashu here. That's right, we're hanging out in our kitchen, and we had a lot of people write in and say, hey, they want us to do an ID for the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout show. So Stasha and I set up the camera, and we're going to try to do this, all right, Stasha? We're going to do it together, okay? So on 1, 2, 3, you are watching the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Oh. What the heck was that?
I'm Bill.
And I'm Mike.
We're sober,
not mature.
And we're a weekly podcast featuring recovery stories and unscripted fun.
Wait. You know we're filming this promo for the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, you've been hanging around the Chicagoland area too long. I think I got a Big Chuck and Little John t-shirt around here somewhere you can borrow.
So is this better?
Much.
Perfect.
You too. So, if you're a friend of Bill W's or any member of any of the other secret societies, or,
Yeah, they're sober curious, as they call gray area, alcohol free.
And even if you're one of those normal people that can have a couple of pops at night, wake up the next morning and take care of your kids.
And if you want to listen to two friends talk about being better people, trying to make their little corner of the world a better place, and giving a little hope that we all can live better lives.
And cursing.
Lots of cursing.
Lots. A.
You're right, brother.
So please go to sobernotmature.com.
Or you can visit us on Instagram, Facebook, any place that you want to listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we're there.
We are. And if you want to dress cool like us, go to teespring.com and look for the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Or you can go to sobernotmature.com and visit our merchandise store.
Buy a t-shirt. And as always, we think you'll like what you hear.
We are sober, but not mature.
And cursing.
Yeah.
Lots of cursing.
Lots of cursing.
Oh, here we go. Hey, now you can say
And
hey.
we're back.
Hey now.
Hey, guys.
Ha! Welcome back to the Harry Scary Hangout. You're watching tonight's movie, The Flying Serpent. And boy, what a movie this is. It's like Law and Order meets Devil Bat.
Oh, it's super cheesy. At least you get to see the monster,
Meets
though.
Indiana Jones or something. I don't know.
I like monster movies where you can actually see the monsters.
They show you this thing. It's like a pheasant, turkey, snake or something. But,
Yes.
you know.
But that's cool.
I think KFC's serving that up. They're doing like a, Kentucky fried,
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be delicious. But,
Yikes.
anyway, we got a lot more show to go here, even though we only got one more fart left. There's still so much we have to get through.
Yeah.
And one of that's being our What Do You Do segment.
Well, first, before we get to that.
Oh, yes, my bad.
This is the last call for the prize drawing. Boop. I've been writing down all your names in my mummy bucket, but yeah, the lucky winner at the end of the night will get not one, not two, but 3 posters.
Ooh, 3 bodacious Mummy and the Monkey posters, 11 by 17 on poster gloss prints.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. And if you want a chance to win that tonight, you know the drill.
Yes.
Send us an email to themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com. And in the subject line, write poster.
And I've been writing all your names in my big mummy bucket here.
It's almost full. It's almost up to the first layer.
My bucket spilleth over here.
That's right.
So yes, I'll be writing down the rest of the names during the final fart.
That's right. Last call
of the movie.
for prize a haul,
The
as I
final
say.
part.
Final fart.
Yeah, but but what Grim said earlier are What Do You Do segments coming up.
That's right. Actually, it's not coming up. It's it's hitting us right now.
It's coming up now.
This second. Here we go with the beautiful intro, and then we got a couple of entries. So here we go.
What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Do you watch on your PC? Do you watch on your phone, in a group or alone? Send us pics and let us see. What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Does your hairy, scary show? Do you watch with your dog, or you sleep like a log? Send us pics and let us know, yeah.
Okay, I think they can hear us here. I think they can. Okay, our first entry tonight is, speaking of this weekend, our buddy Dane Stotzer came out and purchased all 3 of the posters, the same 3 posters that someone's going to win tonight. He's got the hanging up on his wall. And look, we're in a very, very sacred place. We're right next to what looks like to be Gandalf the Grey from the, it looks like a animation still from the Hobbit animation, the old Rankin Bass thing that came out.
Oh, wow.
Or what's his name that did Cool World?
I don't remember that. Yeah, but some cool wizard stuff going on
in the chat there. Bashki, Ralph Bashki, or Bakshi, how do you say it?
Bakshi,
Ralph Bakshi.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. But yeah, we're in a hollowed area, and he likes wizards because there's a wizard on that throw as well. Well,
Very cool.
But thank you, Dane, and we really appreciate you hanging us up on your wall of fame there. Okay, so now we did get some other ones, and I, of course, being the monkey brain I have, I didn't load them in. So you're going to see some movie magic here. I'm going to pop them in as we go, okay?
Okay.
So some other fans went to, actually it was the Master of Puppets, or how do you say it?
Master of Puppets.
Yes, Master of Puppets. I did say it right.
Or Pastor of Muppets.
No, that's right.
It was Pastor of Muppets.
That's a Metallicism.
So Pastor of Muppets
Yes.
here on YouTube sent us some photos. Him and his buddy went to see the Misfits.
That's right.
Very cool. So there's the stage there.
There's the one photo. I'm dropping them as we go. So
and he's
bear
getting
with me.
the other photos ready.
Here goes his buddy Brian. It says right here, and I have to do this. Just give me a second. Oh, watch how. Boom! Look at that. There's
magical.
Brian.
There we go.
And he's wearing our shirt.
So he's wearing a Mummy and Monkey shirt. Cool.
And he's got like he's like in the field there, and there's bottles of water everywhere, and people are getting crazy with the water. And
well, you're gonna need it out in Arizona.
And here he is, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the pastor, not the master, but the pastor, which is above a master if you think about it. It is the pastor of Muppets.
Oh, there we go. There's Pastor of Muppets.
That's
cool.
right. Now look.
Well, thanks for sending those in.
That's right. A face to the name. Always nice to see you guys, and thank you all so much for sending in your photos of what you do when you watch the Hangout, or if you are sporting some Mummy and the Monkey gear, you want to do that. That's always fun too. And if you can go to our Teespring store. We even have a Big Cartel shop too.
Yes, so our online stores are listed in the video description below. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on television, you can go to themummyandthemonkey.com, and all of the links are on there.
That's Gmail. I don't know if I have the Big Cartel right there.
Themummyandthemonkey.bigcartel.com is our DVD. We've got some DVDs and things like that for sale on there.
Oh boy, this thing is really not being my
very
friend
cool.
today. I'm not a PC guy. Okay. All right, so there you go.
And Grimace trying to navigate the windows.
So thank you all for your patience, and again, we hope that you are enjoying the show so far and our What Do You Do segment as much as we do.
Yeah, thank you guys. Wow. So are we ready to watch the rest of The Flying Serpent?
Ready to cook the rest of this bird, put a fork in it, call it done? I sure am. But yeah, so get ready. That's right. You're getting ready to view the pulse-pounding, spine-chilling, knee-grabbing, fart-clenching ending, the final fart of tonight's
It's really
movie.
getting deep here.
That's right. That's right.
Grim's
I'm really trying to
BSing
hype it
here.
up. But basically, well, I guess you could figure out what the end's going to be like. It doesn't end well. Like I said, the Colonel Sanders is standing by.
How are they gonna fry that bird?
The Colonel will figure it out. He has his ways.
And thank you, Watson family, and thank you, Pastor of Muppets, for the super chats. Thank you guys. I meant to say that earlier.
Yes, he's got a whole new recipe for this bird. That's right. That the Colonel's all ready to go.
And hold on, Watson family says, we almost took the grandkids to see the Barbie movie tonight, but we decided to be here and really get our money's worth.
Oh,
thanks, guys.
That's very sweet, yeah. And this one wants to see the Barbie movie, too. So
eventually.
Maybe Janet could come with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
I think it's going to be probably a stupid, fun movie.
I guarantee
It's like one of those movies that you would laugh at.
But if it's as good as Speed Racer, which we could talk about at the show.
We'll talk more about that at the Harry Scary
on the
Hangover.
after prom, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the after show.
Okay, here we go. The final part of tonight's movie, The Flying Serpent, right here on the Harry Scary Hangout. Hold your nose. Here we go. Fart for it.
Woohoo!
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
That's the last of you and your fool doodlebug, Mr. Bennett. Now we want just one more of your beautiful feathers, Quetzalcoatl. Just one more. Only one inquest that you won't broadcast, Mr. Thorpe. Your own.
Bad old putty cat.
Just thought that Andrew Forbes called.
Well, thank you, Daddy.
She's walking around like she's all that.
Where did you get that?
It's none of your business. Oh, in your bedroom. You must have dropped it there.
Yes, I found it yesterday out at the ruins. I was just phoning Thorpe to tell him about it.
I thought you didn't believe in any feathered serpent.
I don't, but if it will help that young fellow's broadcast any, I'll give it to him.
That is such a lie. Father, with you working out there at Azteca and staying away for days at a time, well, I'm afraid people are beginning to connect you in some way with these murders.
Who gave you those ideas, Thorpe?
No, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. I know other people can think, too.
And what have you been thinking?
Peanut butter.
Whatever that creature is, it killed my mother.
But Mary, how could I have anything to do with that? You know I loved your mother. Why, you don't think...
Then it killed Dr. Lambert and Sheriff Hayes and Mr. Havener. And always, in some way, there's been one of these feathers connected with the killings.
I have never been accused of something so heinous!
I know you've never liked to talk about Mother's death, so I've tried not to mention it. I remember she had one of those feathers, and she told me you'd given it to her.
She thought it was pretty. She asked me for it.
In a mysterious way, one of these feathers showed up in Dr. Lambert's study, after you insulted him for mentioning Montezuma's treasure.
That's right, my dear. Get everything off your mind.
Oh, that's all. Well, with you staying away for days at a time and no explanations, well, I'm sorry, but you act as though you're hiding something.
Well, I may as well tell you.
I'm 3 months pregnant.
But I don't want anyone to know about it until I'm sure I've discovered the key to the Aztec written language.
Oh, so that's what it is.
If you want me to prove it, I'll take you out there and show you. But you must promise me not to mention it yet.
I'm so glad I was mistaken. You know, I've never thought of you as a stepfather.
And I've always loved you as my own daughter. Now, get ready, dear. I'm taking you out to see my discovery.
Well, that isn't necessary. I believe you.
I think you should know all about it in case anything happens to me.
Well, all right. If it'll please you, I'll be ready in a minute.
You are really enjoying this, aren't you?
By special arrangement with the Pine Mountain Broadcasting Station of San Juan, New Mexico, this broadcast is being relayed directly to you from the treasure chamber of Montezuma.
Did he find the treasure?
Will you shut up?
The secret treasure of the Aztec Emperor was found last night by your broadcaster, Richard Thorpe, after I tricked the slayer of Dr. Lambert, Sheriff Hayes, Louis Havener, and others into unconsciously revealing its location. At that time, he was attempting another killing. Following this broadcast, I shall swear out a warrant charging this man with wholesale murder.
All I want to know is, did he find the treasure?
When I undertook to solve these weird slayings, my first problem was, is there a creature half bird, half reptile, a feathered serpent, a living likeness of the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl?
Hell no.
Hiya, gang. Hiya, 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 hiya.
This very moment, the feathered serpent crouches before me on an ancient Aztec altar, behind a protective cage of steel. The man who directed this bloodthirsty serpent against the throats of others took no chance with his own jugular vein. You heard its cry then. Possibly it wants to be off in search of another victim. Perhaps you'd like to know how the human murderer inspired his instrument of murder to seek out his victim and destroy him.
All I want to know is, did he or didn't Thorpe find the treasure?
I can tell you how it was done, but I'm baffled as to how the murderer learned it could be done. In some way, he found out the monster is extremely proud of its beautiful feathers. Will kill anyone who happens to possess one of them. The man's distorted mind was quick to seize upon the simple process of planting one of Quetzalcoatl's feathers on the intended victim.
Boy, oh boy, what a broadcast this is. It'll knock 'em dead. Hey, something's gone wrong. This isn't coming through the way it ought to. You better go down and tell the boss he's talking into a dead mic.
Because we're dummy-dums.
Why didn't he say something about the treasure?
Thorpe's business is solving murders, not hunting treasure.
If I could get my hands on his throat, there'd be another murder.
Through. How long is it going to take to fix that thing?
About 5 minutes if I'm lucky.
Well, hurry, will you?
Doing the best I can.
Stop rushing me!
Watch out for snakes.
Why, this is something like out of a fairy tale.
You must be careful, dear. It's dark in here.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Come on in.
What a dump.
to do it.
Montezuma's treasure.
Montezuma's treasure.
It's so fucking pretty!
Beautiful.
Hey, somebody in there.
In where?
In the treasure chamber. Listen.
And what are in all those chests?
Gold, diamonds, emeralds. The richest treasure in the world.
Why do you keep it hidden?
Because it's mine. Mine, you hear? All mine. I'm the richest man in the world. The richest treasure in the world. It's mine.
Forbes, he's got Mary in there with him. Showing off his treasure, huh? He's mad. He'll kill her. Keep that thing going.
Yeah.
Come. I'll show you something else.
I can't help it. I'm a greedy slob. It's my hobby.
Then you did kill Dr. Lambert and all the others.
Quetzalcoatl guards the treasure. He's an Aztec god.
You mean a monster. And you're a murderer. You sent that thing to kill my mother.
No, but that's how I learned he would kill to get his feathers back. You see, my dear, when one stumbles too close to my secret, it's dangerous to let him live. I'm sorry it has to be this way.
You're despicable.
I am going to kick your ass.
Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, he might need some help in there. Let's go.
Help! Save me, pal! Save me! Help!
Let's go. I don't know. There he goes. Stay here.
Well, you're just in time for what might be a very unhappy ending.
Oh, agony! Agony!
Stench.
Wouldn't that jar you? Breaking off right in the middle of the best broadcast we ever had.
And me not knowing what my cut is on that treasure. What's happened?
Oh, don't be sore, boss, but I forgot to phone Thorpe.
How dare you!
Ladies and gentlemen, the case of the mysterious death of Lambert is closed. As his final victim, the feathered serpent has just claimed his own master, Professor Andrew Forbes.
Some broadcast.
I'm sorry, dear, it had to turn out like this.
It was the only way.
Mary, we're never going to think of any of these things again. We're getting away from here.
Careful, boss. That Mike's alive.
Huh? Okay, Jonesy, take it easy. Mary and I don't mind telling the world that from now on, this radio team is going to be Mr. and Mrs. Thorpe.
Oh, brother.
This'll run our Crosby pole way up.
Up. Up's not the way you're going.
What was that for, boss?
You dick! That was for not phoning Thorpe to cut me in on that treasure.
Darn, that's the end.
guys.
And there you
There
have
we
it.
go.
Wow. One
Wow.
flying serpent to go. That's right. It's done over with for that turkey. But it's funny because we refer to bad movies, not we, but in the most people that do these shows refer to bad movies as turkeys. And this is definitely one. Thinking about serving this one up for Thanksgiving, and I'll add some more stuff into it to kind of some extra trimmings.
Add some more stuffing.
Stuffing.
Some stuffing to it.
Yeah, there you go. See what
Thanksgiving joke.
You saw what I did there, and I didn't even mean to do it. But there you go. There's a flying serpent for you. If you've never seen it before, hopefully, it did you well. It doesn't leave too much indigestion in your imagination.
Yeah, and if you like the movie, if you like the fun sound effects, if you like hanging out with us, give the video a like if you're watching us on YouTube.
That's right.
If you are watching us on a TV station, you could check out our YouTube later and give the videos a like.
Yes, and feel free to subscribe to our channel too.
Yeah, you could subscribe and then hit the little notification bell.
Yeah.
That way when we do go live or upload a new video, you'll be the first out there to be notified.
Yeah, we had some people that we talked to this weekend when we made our appearance at the comic shop at North Coast Nostalgia, said they do that, and they'll get notifications whenever we pop on the air, whether it's our podcasts or if we do some impromptu stuff.
Oh, nice!
They get notified, and they're like, "Oh, they if they're at work, they stop working, they go in their car, and they just start watching the show." No, they don't. But just kidding.
But
who knows?
That's really cool that people will actually check the notifications, like, "Oh, the Mummy and the Monkey are on." It's like that was nice to hear.
Okay, so before we announce the big winner for tonight's prize giveaway, which are these 3 posters. Right here, that's right. 3 posters that we will sign and send to you, rolled up in a mailing tube. You'll love it. 11 by 17 Tres Posteros are going to go out tonight. But before we give out that prize, we're going to do the...
You've got a Louie on you again.
That's right. I got a lot going on here. The segment that you all know and love here on the Mummy and the Monkey, something that people look forward to, right? I think they do. I hope they do.
Oh, yeah. And you've been doing this for a while now.
Oh, many, many years so far. Yeah, this is one of the first ideas I had for our show when we started doing the Mummy and the Monkey. I think I started here on the Harry Scary Hangout back in probably 18. We're doing the Cleveland TV show Time Travel. Now, I picked Cleveland because, well, I narrowed down what was going on in the Northeast Ohio area because we had up to 4 hosts, horror hosts or movie hosts during the same period of time here in this time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's but we focus on that. I mean, I could pick anything out of these publications and say what was going on the night of, but I picked the Friday night and into Saturday because usually the weekend had the most horror host stuff or all the horror host stuff. And
these are definitely fun to look through.
Yeah, I have hundreds of these magazines, and a buddy of ours has even more. So, but I use these as reference to go and show you what was going on close to a date of our air date. I think this is going to be July 28th, 1978, if I remember correctly. But you know what? Let's find out together what was going on, what was being shown here in the Northeast Ohio area.
We're going to travel back in time with Grim.
Yep, and if you're not from the area, maybe it'll jog memories of what you were watching growing up in the golden age and the silver age of horror hosting. So here we are. Here we go with another installment of Cleveland TV show Time Travel. We started as always with WJKW TV8 Cleveland, Ohio. That's right, the date was Friday, July 28th, 1978, 11:30 p.m. It was the Houlihan and Big Chuck Show. Woo-hoo! And their movie that night was Boris Karloff in Frankenstein 1970. That's right, this is a weird one. That's just where the Frankenstein monster pretty much looks like a mummy with a skull face underneath that.
Wasn't that one of his last movies?
I don't know. The Mummy or Boris Karloff?
Both.
Maybe both. Well, and you know what? On the same channel later on, after the Houlihan and Big Chuck Show, 8 All Night was on, and at 1:30 a.m. they had a movie, Revenge of the Creature. Now, these weren't hosted. 8 All Night was not hosted. It just was the station showing more monster movies, kind of continuing the fun.
Continuing the monster fun.
And what's more fun than the creature, checking to see if what's going on underneath your car, if your suspension's okay. And he's asking her out to the prom, obviously, and she's excited to go. And he's showing off doing the backstroke after that. And then later on, there's another movie at 3 a.m., The Gun Riders. Now, this wasn't a horror movie, but they did usually show 2 horror-type or sci-fi movies.
Westerns,
but it's fun.
Some westerns are cool.
Well, the following day, Saturday, July 29th, At noon, it was the one, the only Superhost. That's right, his 4-hour show kicked off at noon with an hour of the Bowery Boys. Oh, who could not get enough of Slip Mahoney and Satch and their hijinks? And his first movie of 2 at 1 p.m. was Battle in Outer Space. That's right, the Weenie Mobiles. I saw this picture. They do
look like the Oscar Mayer, yeah.
There you go. It kind of looks like that. So I don't know who inspired who, but this is supposed to be the future, so maybe it was inspired by them. Then later on at 2:30, his second movie was Dick Tracy's Dilemma. Now, I don't know what his dilemma might have been, but it might have been which should he clean his gun or take the girl out to dinner? I don't know what his dilemma was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yellow Jacket or Red Jacket?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Neither have I. But that concludes tonight's Cleveland TV show. Oh, I got to go up. Hear my voice. Follow my voice. Here we go. Cleveland TV
and we're back.
Show time travel. More TV magic. What can you do?
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. So this is the moment everyone's been waiting for.
Let me grab my sound effect. Oh, bye, Louie. He's excited.
Not me shaking my bucket, but
hey, that too.
To see who wins the posters.
Yeah, but everybody wins when you shake your bucket.
Oh, is that really? Is that how that goes?
I think so.
I mean, you're all winners to us. So.
That's right.
Okay, but yeah, there's a ton of names here. So let's get this shaken.
All right, get it shaken and go. Do your thing.
Hold on a sec. Whoop, there we go. All right, shake, shake, shake. Hey.
What? Shake, shake, shake.
I didn't do that. You did.
Shake your bucket.
Shake my bucket. Woo. Okay.
All right.
Let's stir up this bucket here. And Rebel Ghoul, thank you for the super chat with the banana sticker. That's cute. Okay.
Okay, let me get the drum roll ready. Oh, shut up. Okay,
all right, and we have a winner.
Okay, let me get the drum roll, please. Pastor Muppet.
Are you psychic or psycho?
Is it really Pastor Muppets?
Yes, that is so creepy.
What?
You really did?
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
That is super creepy.
No, it's not what it is.
That's what it says on here.
Get out of here.
And there's other names on here. There's like Lisa.
So it's not all Pastor Muppets.
No, this is legit. There's
I guessed
Greg.
It right?
Yeah, like
I played the lottery tonight.
Oh, now we just need we need your crazy.
That's what I want to win. This is good.
Yeah, we need your secret power to win the lottery.
I'm happy for a pastor, but I want to win the lottery. But I didn't pick those
Lois's name. Yeah, so I do write everyone's names really down. Yeah, that's what it says. That's the name
I've done this before, by the way.
Yeah, in the past you would guess names and you were right.
But I haven't in a while.
Most of the time, yeah.
But I'll be honest, the reason why that name, because it was like the last person we talked about, so but wow.
That's hilarious.
What a guess, huh?
Wow, well congratulations, Pastor of Muppets. That is wild.
There you go.
He guessed right. Very cool. But again, you guys are all winners to us. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us and taking time out of your busy lives to watch a cheesy movie.
That's right. If you want me to pick your winning lottery numbers, no.
Yeah, there we go. Grim could guess.
I can't do that, but I can guess a random name or guess the time randomly to the.
Well, if you do get someone's lottery numbers right,
you won't see me again.
Please share the wealth. David Phillips, wow! Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, we need to get in touch with him. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I hope he's having a good summer.
Yeah, he wanted to hear me squeeze his barba papa.
Just joining after some music and baseball watching tonight. I'll have to do the replay. Oh, that's okay.
The Indians are the Guardians.
The Guardians.
I'm sorry.
The Guardians.
The Cleveland baseball team has been doing good. I mean, they weren't doing well before, but
did they win?
Did they win again tonight? I know they're still paying
Did the Guardians win?
And they creamed Pittsburgh the first couple games, but anyway, we got to be careful because we're going to be going to Pittsburgh soon, so we got to be cool with Pittsburgh. But
the Cleveland baseball team.
I love all the baseball teams.
Yeah, it's nice to listen to on the radio, and I'm not a big sporty person, but I do like baseball.
Let's save all that for the big after show.
So we'll talk more.
I'm ready to go with that.
Yeah, so give us like 5 minutes. We're gonna end this show tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we're gonna be live on our YouTube channel hosting the Harry Scary Hangover. Our after show chat show.
Ooh, it's been a while, so we got a lot to talk about.
If you watch us on WRTN or on Public Media Network, we want to say thank you. Thank you to our YouTube viewers, and good night, good fright.
That's going to wrap it up. So as we step on it here, like I always like to say, see you later, alligators, and we'll see you next time right here on the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Bye for now. Woohoo!